welcome. I haven't done this one in a long time. Going live with you on right now LinkedIn and on the YouTube channel. So you got two channels, two ways of seeing me live. And we're just calling this one Office Hours with Me. That's really what we're calling this one. Doing a test actually for the system. Trying to see how well the system is working. So I figured, might as well do a quick check to see how everyone is. It's been a few months actually since I've done a live. I missed you guys. Like always, and again, always as in 6 months ago. I can't really remember the last time I did a live. I've just had you guys touch me directly on the chat. And so the chat feature would be probably the best way of getting a hold of me through the live. And again, the two places you can see me right now is on LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn page, or you're watching on YouTube. And you got it there on the Safety Consultant page. So tell me what you're looking for so I can check the chat too. This is off, public chats. All right, let's see. I know it's early on Saturday, so may not be that many people watching yet. I don't know. But if you're there, throw it in the chat box. It'll be awesome to see. So I'm going to start with what's new with OSHA. I'm going to share my screen with you. Hopefully you'll be able to see this one. I need to move that over there. Got two screens going and a camera in the middle, so you're going to see my head doing that when I'm looking at my beyond my backstage view. And then over here on this side, you're going to see my orientation that's looking for the OSHA. So I'm going to share my screen. Going to share it with some sound. So let's see what's on OSHA's mind right now. So currently, what is on OSHA's mind is truly they're looking at the, let me show this one. Can I hide me? That is going to be revised is the ones specifically responsible for making sure that the healthcare field will definitely get some protection from COVID-2 or SARS-CoV-2. So what you want to do is you want to click on one of my fingers highlighting here, and that's right in the background section, and that's the revised emphasis program. So once you follow that link, which I'm going to right here, it's actually taking you to another link. And that link is right here telling you about All compliance letters are this. And I'm going to see if I can put this in a chat for you. Let's try it. So wherever you're looking at me right now, let's see, Control V. You should have right now populating in your box, chat box, where you can send a response to me, let me know that you're there. You're going to get a response in that chat box that is going to be coming from me, and it is this compliance letter. So if you're in the healthcare field, you're going to really want to keep a good eye on this compliance letter. I'm going to get a little bit bigger. I'm going to hide me. Officer shows up, they're going to actually be looking for certain things, meaning certain things at your facility when they're there. It's right here under inspection scheduling and procedures, and then the COSHA themselves need to be protected. All this right here from how they select the site to do the inspections. That's going to be all here in B, C, D, and COSHA's protection is E. This is the most important information for you if you are in this field and you want to make sure you are ready for when OSHA shows up. If not, you're going to have yourself a world of trouble. OSHA's already telling you what you need to do or what they're looking for in this document, so might as well use this document, right? So that's the way to work this thing. So the first in our conversation, we're telling you what's new with OSHA, and we went right to the website, and the very first thing on that website is they want to start working with control of the SARS-CoV-2 virus in healthcare. So that's what's on OSHA's mind. The second thing that I've noticed, and I'm still on my first cup of coffee, here's a safety reminder here. Train workers using a language and vocabulary they understand. OSHA's been hot and heavy on this one. They want to make sure that you're not handing someone a piece of paper and then saying, hey, sign here. And so this is what I'm referring to. Right here in the big letters says train workers using the language and vocabulary that they understand. So if you click here, it's just going to go into a safety reminder. Honestly, if you are preparing some work or anything as a consultant for your clients, you want to refer to the workers' rights, and then as well as there's a publication that OSHA has out there specifically for training, and it'll tell you exactly when workers need to be trained in certain industries, and that'll also help you. But your training, again, must be in a language and a vocabulary that the workers understand. So I'm going to scroll up here. Looking at topics, you want to get to training, actually resources, and go down to training. And down here where I hit the training button, that's where you're going to start seeing some wording related to in the training resources. I'll let you know who needs to be trained and in what interval they're training for OSHA compliance. So I'm going to click on that one too. And this is the one right here. Training required by standard. Again, it's telling you got to give them in a language and understanding that your workers had. But if you wanted to know what you need to train on, you're going to use this publication right here. So I'm going to copy this, put this one in the chat. So you got something for me. Again, look at that. I keep on giving. Keep on giving. So what's loading very slowly, I might add, is this publication I just put in the chat for you. And slow. Everyone's a little slow, including me. I'm slow at my board. So while this is pulling up like painfully slow, what it's supposed to be is OSHA has 4 jurisdictions: maritime, agriculture, general industry, construction. So those are the 4 jurisdictions of OSHA. So this publication I just put into the chat for you guys is going to show you per the industry. Finally, oh man, that was painful. Per the industry, what is required for your for training, and they'll do it by subparts. So I'm going to scroll down here again to show you the table of contents so you could get a good idea. So here's general industry, part 1910, and all the subparts that have a training requirement is here. So again, we started this whole conversation with what's on OSHA's mind. So to be on OSHA's mind, we know that training workers and the language and understanding that they have is on OSHA's mind. So now you can find out what subparts have training, and then once you click on that, it'll show you the requirements specifically to be compliant with that training. And so there's maritime over there, and then construction. So ag's on the very end. And right there, federal programs. So all of these will tell you where the training requirements are coming from, and then it's up to you to make sure that you get that training in there. And so that is a few things that I was going to show you. When we come back after a short break, we're going to do a picture, and this is going to be where you get a chance to be the consultant. I'm going to show you one of my my mock OSHA audits. Got a picture. And in that picture, we're going to dissect it a little. Going to pick out the hazards, and then how you're going to control that hazard. And then also what we're going to pick out is we're going to see truly how much would this cost you if you got cited for it. So when we get back, we'll do that. Consultant TV? Well, I'm going to tell you about it. The Safety Consultant TV is a subscription-based video on demand service that will help you learn the business of being a safety consultant at the convenience of your own home. This is where you have video lessons in a playlist format, and you will also be able to download material that is going to help you with your safety consulting business today. You could sign up for it at safetyconsultant.com. iPad, Apple TV, Android TV, Roku, and Fire TV. So go right now to safetyconsultant.tv and sign up today. All right, it looks like I cannot get my internet to work fast enough for me today, so we're going to call that one not doing it. So here, let's do this one. Let's show you a couple of things that I picked up in this. This is my truly mock OSHA audit. So here what I found is a full body harness, and then they actually had a broken lanyard, and on this broken lanyard you see the snap hook on one side, and then on the other side they put some sort of U-bolt, or not even, just it looks almost like fence posting, the brackets that you would use for that, and that's what they're putting on this end for something that was broken. And you could tell that this lanyard's in really, really bad shape. So what you are looking at here in this picture is very, very costly citation. So I'm gonna first see what the hazard would be if we're going to be thinking of a hazard and control, right? So the first thing we're thinking about is the hazard, and the hazard related to this is going to be if this is being used for a personal fall arrest system. The fall arrest system is going to break right here, because if this is attached to the anchor point, and let's hope the person got the anchor point right, it may not even work, but your tensile strength on this one, I believe, is 900 pounds on the gate itself. So that's not happening on this side. So once this gets engaged to the anchor, the lanyard now is going to start distributing that weight. And right here where this makeup system is, that's going to be the point of failure. So this harness is set for 1,800 pounds of arresting force, but that isn't. This doesn't have the tensile strength. I should say this unit that's not the snap hook doesn't have the same tensile strength. And that snap hook is in pretty bad shape as well. You can see paint all over it and everything else. So who knows if that's going to be operating correctly. So the totality of this means if this thing were to engage because of a worker has fallen, this is the point of least resistance. Chances are this one is going to end up snapping right here, and that person's going to fall to their death, or if they're lucky, they're going to get injured pretty bad. So at this point, that's what we're looking at as a hazard. The mindset to a worker that they allow that to happen is telling me they're not trained as to what the equipment is for. So chances are, wherever standard you're going to find, it's going to also be a training hazard, or I should say a training citation. So let's go to the OSHA site, and I'm going to show you exactly what this one would be. And what I mean is like citation-wise, right? So I'm going to show you this one. I'm not too sure why I'm flickering there. I'm seeing it's flickering. I don't know what you're seeing it as. So I'm going to try it again. All right, no more flickering. Good deal. So on this site, what I'm looking for is I'm going to be looking at here for, let's first do an establishment search, because this is a farm, like an avocado type manufacturing. So they're ag use, but let's see. Let's just look up farms. If what I'm doing is establishment search, so anytime there's an entity with their name and their title as farms, it's going to pop up here. And time period is from 2017 to 2022. So I'm just looking for like a farm, because I want to get this number here. I want to get the NAICS code, and I'm going to look for one that's typical, that I'll see one, 2 or 3 times. So, Tyson farm. All right, it looks like 311-615. I'm going to grab it from this one here. I'm going to copy that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to data and statistics here. And using that NAICS code, I'm going to look and see if what that violation would be. So first, let me look up the frequently cited standard for that specific violation that we're looking at. So the standard that we're looking at that would have been violated is a 1926. Actually, it's 1910, because it's in general industry. So actually, let's start with that. Let me do that. So let's start with first the picture. I'm going to show this in the stream too. So the picture, this one here, is in a general industry setting. So I'm not going to cite 1926 because that's construction. So my mind went to fall protection all of a sudden. What I'm going to be looking for is, let's first look and see if there's any equivalent in ag. So I'm going to hide the picture. Oh, well, the activity right there was in the shop. So it's going to be 1910, which is general industry part, because it was in the shop. That was where the activity was. So I'm going to go under standard, laws and regs. Going to hide me so So here's I'm going to illustrate this point real quick to you guys. So let's take a look at that. same violation about the specification standard on the full body harness. And right over here, you're seeing 4 inspections and landscaping, and out of the 4 inspections, 5 violations. And this is what it would be. So if you divide this number by 4, that's generally for this NICS code what you would expect your citation to be. Here's one for warehousing. 3 inspections, and it's more than double the price because it's a different hazard, different industry. So over here, 2 inspections, that's about 5,000 each, almost 6,000 each. Here's 1 inspection, 2 violations with 0, another one with 0. So OSHA does the cite the same. So let's do the 1-to-1, meaning 1 inspection, 1 citation, different industries by the NAICS codes. So everyone got cited for the same exact citation in a section. And right here, you're looking at OSHA does not fine evenly. It depends on a whole bunch of factors. So I'm going to hide myself. So OSHA does not cite evenly. So those are some of the considerations for that one picture that we saw. And so in this case, especially since it was like a ag industry, the one person that got the grain one in the warehouse setting, if I'm going to do the math, one's 14,000 for 3 citations, the other one has 2 citations for 10,000. Then I'm thinking that this is probably no less than a $2,000 violation. Just that right there. So it is probably going to be a little bit more, but for our purposes, and we'll take it a little bit easier, $2,000. There we go. So is that worth $2,000 to you? Probably not. I wouldn't think so. So the moral of the story is go around your facility, really start looking and making sure that you find stuff that is wrong so you can fix it and not get cited for stuff like that. But the citation is the least of the problem. You don't want someone hurt. So that's the bigger issue. So thanks for hanging out. I'm going to do this more. Kind of missed a live. And you can do some chats when we start doing it more. You guys be ready for me Saturday mornings. Get ready for the podcast Monday morning. And if you have not, like to subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to podcasts and music, whatever service you got. Search Safety Consulting with Sheldon Primus, and then you're able to listen to the podcast. I'm in year 4 now, starting year 4. Wow. All right. Go get it, gang.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast or broadcast are those of the host and its guests and do not necessarily reflect the official